I had to tie my breast with an elastic belt at only 9. This was a journey of discovery. I found out a lot about myself and people around me. There has just been a lot of revelations. Hello, my name is Diane, and we are butterflies going through life dodging, empowering, and healing. If you are new here and you have not yet, please click on that notification bell, comment, and of course, like. For as long as I could remember, I was having issues with my body image. I was only 9 and my body was changing quickly compared to kids my age. I was actually really slim at first, but I was developing major curves. And my family did not know how to handle it. My aunt told my mom to have me wear an elastic belt around my breast to slow down the process. My mom and my aunt obviously did not know better, and they wanted what was best for me. They were actually very worried that boys or men would start following me thinking that I was old enough to start dating or maybe have a relationship. They were worried actually that grown men were going to start paying attention to me, were going to be attracted to me although I was really young, and they would want to take advantage of me. That's what they were worried about. At school, I could not be myself. I was worried that people would notice that I was wearing the belt and would make fun of me. So my insecurities started very early. I started feeling bad about my body very early on. Girls can be sensitive in general, even more with their bodies. I feel that early education about the body for boys and girls is very important at an early age, so they know how to treat themselves, to treat their body, and they know how to perceive or to look at other people changes, other kids, and they know how to be respectful of other kids changes, other kids bodies. I started to feel early on that my changing body was no good. I didn't feel good about my body. I hated my body. I was hating myself. The parts I was changing quickly. I was hating my thighs. I was really not liking my body. I remember I would burn my body. I would burn my legs. I was burning my arms because I really didn't like my body. I could no longer play and express myself as I pleased because I was afraid that boys would wanna look at me or whatever. I was afraid to express myself as I please. I was actually very much of a tomboy. I was very adventurous. I like to be out running, doing the things that I love doing. I love to climb on trees. I was jumping windows, going to my friend's house. The dogs would run after me. I would run so fast. I was just very, very active. I couldn't do that anymore because, kids my age were flat. They were just having fun and my body was already changing. It was just not fun. It was not fun. I couldn't go outside and just be a kid because I was different. In high school, I actually changed the way I looked at my body. I started to exercise. I started working out. I was working out in school. I was working out at home. I became extremely active. I started really just being active. And I lost a lot of weight. I lost some of those curves. I became very slim. I became more accepting of my body. And I started realizing that all my insecurities never truly went away. I never did anything about it, so they never truly went away. They all resurfaced. Towards the end of high school, I started to realize that I was having a difficult time getting out of bed. I would always stay back. People would get up in the morning. Everybody in the house would get up in the morning. They would go to school. They would go to work. And I would stay back. I would just be like, oh yeah, I'm going to take my shower later. Or I would act as if I got up late. So I was always stay back. And I remember I was very fatigued. I was really tired all the time. My feet were extremely cold. But I didn't know. I thought I was just being lazy, basically. I was just like, oh, I cannot talk about this. I mean, I should be up. I don't feel like anything is wrong with me. Why am I always so tired? Why am I always, I never said anything to anyone about the fact that I was always feeling tired. I was not feeling well, basically, but I wasn't feeling sick. I always felt like maybe it was me being lazy. Nobody will understand it. From the outside, I still look okay, so there's nothing wrong with me. So I started to fall back again. I started to feel tired all the time. I didn't want to be, I was losing interest in things. And then I started gaining weight. I started putting on weight, and it was just not good. Everything was just flooding back. All my struggles were coming all back to me. I realized that I never really deal with it. Butterflies, understand that if you need healing, you need to accept it and take care of it. You cannot just push it and act like it didn't exist, because it's going to resurface. If it's something major that has happened in your life or whatever, and you just put it back and just like, oh no, I'm going to go on and just forget about it. There's no forget about it. It's going to come back and it's going to haunt you. So those feelings were back again. I started being insecure again. I couldn't survive, just like eating so much. I didn't like myself again. I didn't want to do much. I didn't want to be around people. I was always upset. I was bitter. I mean, I felt like I was bitter. That's the first word that comes to me when I think of that period, that time in my life. It was just like I started to feel extremely bitter. I was bitter. I actually felt like something was really wrong. So I went to see a doctor, and he was like, no, nothing is wrong. You're perfect. And I saw another one and another one. So it took years and years of like trying to find out what was wrong with me, going through all those diets, that weight that was yo-yoing, and always feeling like I wasn't trying enough, or I wasn't losing weight enough, when in fact I had hypothyroidism. It took years and years of suffering for me to find out that I had hypothyroidism. Hypothyroidism is when the thyroid is underactive. This condition affects your metabolism and your energy levels. Butterflies, if you're experiencing the symptoms I have experienced, or even more or less, do check with your doctor. They're going to do some blood work. You can find out about it, because a lot of people have thyroid issues and they don't know. It can be underactive, it could be overactive, and when it's overactive, usually you lose weight, your eyes are bulging out. I mean, there are a lot of symptoms that people are experiencing, and usually they are ashamed. They don't know who to turn to. They don't know what to do about it. See someone. Do not let anybody dismiss your symptoms or whatever. Don't let anybody be dismissive of how you feel. It is your body. You know what is happening. You know that there are changes. You know it's not right. You don't feel like yourself. Please go see someone. We are always going through transformations, butterflies, and it is okay. It is all okay. Take care of yourself. For myself, I started taking a small pill, and it was still not really doing it for me. And I was reading about people complaining that their medicine was not working for them too. So I kept having that very slow metabolism. I kept feeling tired and sick, but it didn't really change like that. I remember a lot of times I was just like, no, I'm not gonna lose this weight. I'm just gonna die like that. I was like, I'm tired. I feel so bad. I love myself like that. And I remember I had found a picture on Google that was saying something like, I told you guys, basically just to tell my family and people around me that I told you that I wasn't well, and you guys thought I was joking. And people always ask me, why do you stay in bed so long? Why are you always in bed? Why can't you ever get up and get stuff done? I was like, I'm tired. I don't know. I'm always tired. And I didn't want to do much. I actually ended up finding out that I was hypothyroidism years later. It was after having my son, because while I was expecting my son, that was the worst of the worst. I was sick as a dog. That's when it got really bad. And after that, it got even worse. And so that's why after I had my son, which was years after, so that's after high school, I started going to college. That's when I found out that I actually was struggling with hypothyroidism, which is really very hard for me. And there are tons and tons of butterflies out there going through this every day and not really having people that can help them. Very often people think that you are fat, you're big because you are lazy and you are eating wrong. You eat all the wrong things all the time, which is really not what it is. I was skateboarding, I was swimming, I was watching what I eat, although I would sometimes get out of it, because I still love my ice cream. I was still having ice cream, maybe not all the time. I would go on diets and stuff, and it was just not the same as somebody else that has a normal or regular metabolism. I always had a lot of setback, and I had a big family with a lot of girls, and I was just very big, chubby one, and everybody else was slim, and I was the along, I was in for the ride of my dear life. As my weight was yo-yoing with all the diet I was doing, I was no longer feeling like myself. I was ready for something different, something new. And for sure, I knew I couldn't do it by myself. One day, as I've mentioned in this video, my mom came in with the paper. In the paper, there was an advertisement about weight loss surgery. I didn't think much about it. I researched, of course, but I just knew that was the path for me to take. I decided to have a weight loss surgery, more precisely, the vaginal sleeve gastrectomy. Part of my stomach was removed through 6 small incisions that were made on my ankles. After the this is something I don't want to do, but I knew that I decided to have weight loss surgery. You've got to take care of yourself. Not wanting to be here, always, because I was always tired. I was like, I don't even have a purpose. I don't even know where to start. I don't know where I'm going. I was tired of having to count calories all the time. I was just ready for a lifestyle change. It was really affecting my confidence. I was often wondering, why do I keep gaining weight? Why am I not losing weight? Why can't I keep it off? It was really messing with my mental health. As I have said before, butterflies, do seek help. Just make sure you have people around you that love you, that do not want to take advantage of you. Fall in love with yourself. When you're in love with yourself, you attract the right crowd. When you know yourself, when you fall in love with yourself, you attract the crowd that you deserve. Now, butterflies, I want to ask you, are you scared of having surgery? Would you consider having surgery? Do you feel like you need surgery? I've seen a lot of people in pain and in need of surgery for health reason, but are still very scared. They wouldn't do it because they are very scared to have a procedure. They're scared that they're not going to survive it. And sometimes it's not even that major of a procedure. It could be an arm. It's not even always an organ, and people are afraid. I've seen many people. Are you one of them? Would you have surgery? Now, I have this question for you, butterflies. Would you have surgery? Would you have a procedure just to look good? Or you only have a procedure for health reasons? I'm going to read all of your comments, and I want you to tell me how you feel about having a procedure for beauty, having a procedure for vanity reasons, just to look good. Would you do it? People often ask me if I'll go ahead through the same route knowing what I know now. And I thought about it. At first I was like, yeah, I'll do it all over again. But then I'm just like, if I had the knowledge that I have now, if I had the mindset that I currently have, I probably wouldn't have gone through everything I've gone through. So it's kind of like, but at the same time, I have to say that, yes, so if I was thinking the way that I'm currently thinking, I probably wouldn't have even been where I probably would have found help earlier. I probably would have helped myself earlier. Because, obviously I was feeling weak, I was feeling insecure, there was a lot of stuff at play. So without what I've experienced, I wouldn't have the knowledge that I currently have. There was absolutely no way I could get this knowledge, have access to the knowledge that I currently have. had I not gone through what I had gone through. And I also want to stress that there is no such a thing as an easy way out. There's no such a thing as an easy way out. I was the first to think, oh, this is the easy way out. But I found out that there's no such a thing as an easy way out. We all go through struggles. We are rich, we are poor, we are in the middle. We all go through struggles. And even if you take whatever is called the easy way out, you would still experience struggles, you will still experience pain, you will still, so there is no such a thing as an easy way out. Whenever you make a choice, don't worry about people telling you, oh yeah, this is the easy way out, oh this is taboo, in our culture. No, do what's good for you, do what's gonna help you, because I've heard of a lot of bad things happening to people because they felt worthless. They felt, they felt like they were nothing in this world, and they felt like, they couldn't even do more for themselves. People couldn't do anything for them. So if you feel that there's something that can help you feel better, that can educate you, that can further you, that can make you feel like you are growing, you are flourishing, just do it. Just do whatever makes you happy. That's how I feel. It may not always be beautiful at the end, it may not always, but then you probably will have learned a couple of things along the way. If you like this story time, please comment, give me a thumb up, subscribe, and of course do not forget to hit that notification bell, and to never underestimate the power of the light within you. See you next time.